everybody. Happy fall equinox. Happy Mabon. Hey, Danielle. Happy Mabon to you and welcome as I will be showing you our new goddess, Persephone. And we are honoring here, as some of you know, she is the daughter of goddess Demeter, and they are both celebrated as goddesses of the harvest. And I have some beautiful, I don't know what these flowers are, but they're very harvesty. And this is our new corner in the studio that, from having remodeled it, where we have some things here. I will show you around as I wait to see everybody. Welcome, welcome. So we have sort of like my idea is to make this little spot like a little showroom, and careful not to show you, but this wall will always have goddesses here. And then Sergio has his resin pieces, and then that will be the wrapping area. We still do have to change some things around. Then a little, I think we're going to get a table, although it is, I don't know, because it is nice to have this old chest and that other one because we have it for storage. And then here he will have some things for printing that are behind me now. And of course, we have the big printer back there. Soon we will be lighting up the wood stove. Hello. Hey, Elena. Hello. Happy Mabon. Hello, Della. Yay, Persephone. Yes, Persephone. Hey, Esther. Hola todas. Bienvenidas. Thank you for sharing the live. Thank you, love. All right. So again, we are celebrating Mabon. So this is also known as the second harvest. Lufansa. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Hold on, I'm going to wipe this. It's dirty. And fall equinox is celebrated everywhere, right? So with the natives everywhere. And it's just called different things, but we are celebrating and being thankful for everything for this harvest. So it is said that Thanksgiving is celebrated by the Native Americans here in the US prior to colonization was celebrated in at this time, which makes sense because in November they would probably be hunkering down, right? And so it's more around this time that that they would be cosechando. How do you say that in English? That they would be harvesting, right? And so let me see. We have some things here on this little harvest altar. Of course, Demeter is the goddess of the underworld. They are venerated with the, oh, I left my notes upstairs. Darn it. Can't believe it. I left my notes up there. So let me see if I remember. So they're venerated with, I can't remember the name. There's two different festivals, so you all can help me out because one is the Thessaphonia, which was for women, married women only, and it lasted a few days. And then there were the Eleusinian Mysteries. And then for the Eleusinian Mysteries, that one lasted 9 days. And it was right around this time. So for right now, we begin this whole season on the 21st, yesterday, and it continues until I believe October 3rd. Correct me if I'm wrong with that. And so this is a time that Demeter and Persephone are celebrated, and it is a time where Persephone is getting ready to go back down to the underworld and be with Hades, right? So I wanted to tell you a little bit about the story before I show you the painting. What do you think about that? And I did want to tell you about the Eleusinian mysteries, which is what I took notes for, but I left it upstairs, so I'll see what I remember. But it's just fascinating. Well, let me tell you about Persephone first, because I'm getting ahead of myself. Hello, Lulu, Esther, Della, Elena, Danielle. I hope I said hello to everybody. I see there are 7 people here, so welcome, welcome. And so let me go ahead and focus a little bit here on the Demeter back there and this candle, and just give thanks to the sacred mothers and goddesses and this energy that's come through with this painting with Persephone, because I tell you all, she was, wow. I actually started painting her over a year ago when I first got back from Chile, if you remember, summer of 2021. And I just couldn't get her right. It was just such a struggle. And then I really wanted to have her finished for the spring. I thought it was appropriate for like spring or fall. And thank you. Sergio just brought me some notes that I have, so that's great. So my my notes, so I don't forget anything about the Eleusinian mysteries. So wait, where was I? Oh, so I was painting her and I just couldn't get her right, you know? And as many of you know, I channel the energies. I don't learn about them until after I'm finished, okay? I might learn a little bit about them. I do, like, but I start the channeling and then I learn a little bit about them. But the majority of what I learn about the goddess is like, in the past couple of days where I've been, when I'm getting ready to share with you. And so anyhow, that being said, I did have to end up looking more into her. And what I realized is what I was channeling through was Cora. Now, if you know, there are two, Cora, and not two parts to Persephone, but there's Cora the child, and then there's Cora as she goes into the underworld and she becomes the wife of Hades, and then she becomes Persephone, right? And so what I was painting and what was coming through and what sat on my easel, who sat on my easel for a year, was Cora. Cora sat at my easel for a year, and then Persephone came through and she said, "No, it's me." And it's really interesting how it all happened. It was very magical, and I don't know if I could ever explain it because so much of it is about energy, and it just wonderful. And you will see. I'm looking at the piece right now, the painting, and you will see some of Cora still there. It's really beautiful. Yeah, hello, Sergio. So, Sergio, could you also help me by bringing me an extension cord? I'm running out of batteries. I think I need to go get a new phone. So I'm going to rush through this and I'll make some other videos and talk more about her. So as many of you know, really quickly, so Persephone is the daughter of Demeter, goddess Demeter, and here she is drawn. Painted. She is hope. In the Sacred Mothers and Goddesses Oracle deck, she is hope. And what is she hoping for? She is hoping for the return of her daughter Persephone, who was kidnapped by Hades, who was her uncle, with permission by her father, her husband. She was kidnapped in the middle of the day as she was picking flowers, and the name Cora means maiden, and she was a goddess of spring. So you can imagine she was this beautiful, innocent maiden, and she is kidnapped and taken to the underworld by her uncle. So Demeter gets quite upset, and she goes all over the earth looking for her, and she ends up to rest in this place called Eleusis, and where she ends up looking after the queen's son and teaching him secrets of agriculture. It's another long story because she's trying to make him immortal, and ends up being caught because she was had to burn him in a fire every night in order to make him immortal. So she's caught, and it's never explained why, but she demands, because she's caught, that they build her this beautiful temple. I think that probably that when she was caught, maybe they made a big deal, and they made her not feel as the goddess as she is, and she's like, okay, yeah, I will forgive you, but you will let me rest here. And so the Lucius miss the temple at Eleusis is where they go and they do these rituals, the Eleusinian mysteries, what I was telling you about. But anyhow, so she continues on her quest to try to find her daughter, and there's many different stories. But it is in our story, it is Hecate who helps her find her, and they beg of Zeus to convince Hades to return Persephone. And through various things, Persephone ends up eating 6 pomegranates, this is the fruit of the dead. And she was not supposed to eat anything, but especially not pomegranate. Some stories say that Hades tricked her into eating the pomegranate seeds, so she would have to stay there. Some stories say she ate them because although she was really wanting to go back and be with mom and be with the flowers and breathe the fresh air, she was also quite in love with Hades, and she was a queen of the underworld. As a matter of fact, it is said that she is an ancient goddess of death, and that some say that she preceded Hades, that Hades had to marry Persephone in order to regain his throne, because the throne really belonged to her, and so then she would grow up and take his throne. So I mean, this was done in old monarchies, where someone would couple in order to be able to maintain a rule. So and because her name, as she is in the underworld queen, previous to that, it is said she was called the Destroying Face. Okay, so yeah, so many say that she was the original ruler of the underworld. Today, with a never to meet goddess, they work with us. Yes, they do. Okay, I believe she loved Hades. Yes, I do too. I believe that she fell in love with him. It makes sense. It makes total sense to me that and especially if she was the queen of the underworld, as the research shows. I mean, scholars have done all this research in the stories, and that she was first, that she preceded him, and so that was home for her too, and then she had this relationship with her mother. Now, some people have taken the story of her mother for it to be that of a controlling mother. I don't see that. I just don't. I don't see that. I think most moms would rather not have to go, you know, from seeing their kids again. And then when sees her every 6 months, she's still not super happy about it. That's how we get winter, right? But I mean, that would be normal. I was sad when I didn't see my son for a long time. So, as a mom, I can totally relate. Okay, so what else can I tell you? So she was known about Cora, okay, the goddess of spring, until she disappears into the underworld, and and then she's Persephone. She eats the pomegranate, and then for each seed, she would have to stay there. Some stories say she ate 6 seeds. Some say she ate 4 seeds, and it depends. Like for example, in Chile, winter is shorter than it is here. Let's see. Okay, now I'm gonna look at my notes that I took and see what I can remember about. Wait, what I didn't remember to tell you. Okay. The Eleusinian Mysteries. They saw the Eleusinian Mysteries that honored Demeter and Persephone. I will read that to you after I show her to you. Are you all ready to see her? Drum roll. Stockholm Syndrome? I don't know. I don't think so. Everything that I have read, like it is said that Hades was one of the best husbands, that he really loved her. I mean, all these gods and goddesses were married to, to their various relatives, but so maybe seeing it through our eyes today, it wouldn't seem so. But from everything that I've read, it does seem that they were in love. So, but it's those things that you take the lesson, or you take the message as you need it. And the interesting and fascinating and magical thing is that the messages that, the beautiful tool, these archetypes, these energies, because I believe they're energies, they change for us over time. So Persephone and her and Hades' relationship may mean something to you today, and 3 years down the line, something different, and that goes for the meaning of all the goddesses as well, you know. Okay, so I think that one thing I did neglect to mention is when she gets kidnapped, she was with one of her nymphs who was named Cyan. And Cyan was so sad that she melted into a puddle and was not able to speak or tell Demeter where or what had happened. Yeah, and I think that everything else that I'm going to tell you is about the Eleusinian mysteries. But let me know if you have any questions about Persephone. Drum roll, thank you. I was like, why is Esther putting hamburgers on there? I don't have my glasses. Drum roll, thank you. Sometimes love is the only thing that helps us get to a new area in life. I believe they loved each other and have experienced them that way. Yeah, yes, exactly, Danielle. I agree. I agree because you know what? That was my experience as well. I did not know enough about them. And a long time ago, well, not even that long ago, but when I first started painting the goddesses a few years ago, I thought Hades was the god of hell. I didn't understand, the concept of the underworld, which is funny because I knew that this concept of the underworld existed in Native American culture, in Mexican and Chilean as well. So that was interesting. All right, drum roll, hamburgers. Yes. I've already eaten, so I'm not hungry. All right, drum roll. I did want to cover her and then pull pull it, but I was afraid that I'd knock something down if I did that. You know what? Sergio, if you're watching, we should do a little thing where we have a cord and we can, like open the curtain, the curtains open. Although that would look cheesy when it's not. All right, drum roll. Welcome, Persephone. I feel like I need to light something. I'm going to light some wonderful. Remember also, reminder that the cinnamon that's good for you is a cinnamon that has lots of layers. Okay. There's Ceylon cinnamon, and then there's the other one. I always get them confused, but I just know which one's good for you. The other one's, if you eat too much of it, it's not good for you. It's not going to hurt you if you do it once in a blue moon, but so we welcome Persephone. I thank you, Persephone, for your energies that you're bringing to this deck, your energy that you're bringing into our lives just by your presence here. I thank you, Persephone, for the message that you hold, the messages that you hold for each one of us, even at different times in our lives. And I thank Demeter, who's here to welcome her daughter. And today, too, we welcome Persephone. And at the same time, we thank Demeter and Persephone for all of the bounty for this season. And I'm so grateful to Persephone for being patient with me as I painted Cora for months. And I guess she wanted me to experience both. And so here she goes. Like a royal curtain. Yes. Do, 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 do. Oh, the light's not good. The light is not good. Sergio, are you watching? I need you to come. Darn it. No, I think the light that's not good is that one right there. Oh, Sergio, come help me. All right, y'all. Hopefully this is not gonna be like a YouTube. She fell while on a live. All right, okay. I think that might be better. Still not very good. Oh, this is so frustrating. We're gonna have to take her into my kitchen. All right, wait. I did not want to be on here, but I'm gonna have to be on here. You can see, are they hellhounds? Yes, it is. It is Cerberus. I can spell it, but I can't say it very well. But it is Cerberus, the three-headed hound. Thank you, True. And welcome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you that she's got the pomegranate. And you can see some of the pinks underneath. And I have to say, Sergio did a beautiful job with the frame as well. Yay! A fivefold tribe. What is that, Danielle? I just channeled this. I have no idea what it is. Like I figured that they were from the rituals. The Persephone ritual that was all women. I can't. If someone can spell that out. Persephone ritual. But if you can tell me what the fivefold tribe is. Oh, thank you. I'm so glad that you do. I had painted Cora blonde. You have? Danielle, that's amazing. Oh, thank you so much, you all. Thank you, thank you. And so next week we are coming out with a sculpture that we're working on. It takes us time to do the sculptures because I always get the idea, but then, Sergio's the executioner, and my ideas don't always work. And so we go through, I think that we've now done 1, 2, 3, 4, like 6 different prototypes. And he just showed me one before I went on air just now that I just looked at it for a second. I could not really look at it, but I think it might work. And so that is something that goes with Persephone for her altar. Five is a number of sacred change, wonderful sign for a goddess of seasonal change. Is it 5? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it is 5 of them. I hadn't even thought about how many there were. Number of sacred change. Thank you. It looks to me like she's pulling back the curtain of the realm. Oh my gosh, Danielle, that gave me chills. You have to write you have to see, because I just channel them, and then I look and then I read about them. And a lot of times when I'm reading about, obviously like the pomegranate, there's some things that I did put there because I read them, like the pomegranate and Cerberus. But and the skull, just that's just logic that would be there. And she definitely wanted daisy type flowers, on her hair for Cora. I felt she wanted me to leave some pink. She didn't want to be all totally dark and see like the pink under there. So she still wanted to have some, and she did not want to be totally dark, but she did want to be darker she did want to be Persephone and not Cora. So I want an astral trip to Hades. I didn't always enjoy. Oh, if I knew Hades was trustworthy, beautiful. Oh, it looks like a curtain. Yeah, it does. It does. I'm realizing something that I see that I need to fix. I'm not gonna say what because then you'll see it too. I love crystal skulls, ancestor energy. What you talking about, Lulu? Crystal skulls? Did you? What you talking about? Crystal skulls. Well, that bright spot over the back of our left-hand side shoulder, I feel as a planet Jupiter. Bright spot over the back. Ah. I'll get closer to her again so you can see some more detail. There are little stars. Oh yeah? Well, yeah, she also made sure that she was going to be released today because I had not even looked at my schedule. I did not know that today was the fall equinox, which I actually love to celebrate the solstice and the equinoxes. I mean, I don't celebrate a lot of things, but I do love the. So anyway, I didn't know him, but she was letting me know she wanted to be released on the 22nd. And when we happen to do these on Thursdays, so it's just the way she wanted it. Mab on Thursday and dark and light. All right, let me tell you some interesting things about the cult of Demeter and Persephone. And I'm going to scoot back again, or maybe I'll keep moving it. You let me know what you want. I love the souls behind her. She and Hades were said to help many souls in what people then reassigned as a hell-like place. True. That's really a good point, Danielle. Do you remember, you all remember this dryad, right? Eurydice. And it was Persephone who helped the dryad Eurydice with her lover. Who else? They helped a lot of people. Okay, so the cult of Demeter and Persephone, which were the Eleusinian mysteries that I was telling you, where they would do these rituals. And what these mysteries and these rituals sought to answer for people were what happens after you die. And the people sought these rituals out to lose their fear of death. Okay, and so these Eleusinian mysteries were open to male and female, not like the other ones, the Persephone ones that were only for females. And okay, I'm going to finish telling you this and then I'm going to go and read your comments, okay? But keep on commenting. So with these Eleusinian mysteries that people would go, these mysteries, I mean, this ritual would last 9 days, okay? And people that were writers and artists and philosophers like Pluto went to do, to these rituals for Demeter and Persephone. And nobody really knows what went on at these things. They knew that there was dancing and there was fasting, and also they were celebrating like after the fast. And One thing that we do know, though, by scholars is that they were taking a hallucinogenic thing, which was called, wait, I wrote it down. Uh, it was called Kykeon, Kykeon, and that was a drink which was hallucinogenic. And they would recreate the myth of Persephone and Demeter in secret rituals. We know nothing about it except for the dances and the celebrations. And then the following day, it is said that everybody would walk out of this temple where they were all at, and they would all come out of there like, just like you do after you've gone on a big retreat where you have evolved spiritually, you've connected to other people, and they no longer fear death. And some people would go ahead and they would do it every year, and it was different than any other kind of religious ritual at the time because they were using psychoactive, um, hallucinogenic, it was like a fungi, sort of like a mushroom that they were using. And although it was you drank it, but it was still like a fungi. And also they would do performative rituals. And all this ended, of course, when Christianity arrived. And oh, my phone is dying. Honoring a skull crystal can take years to form. Holding knowledge, yes. Ancestral wisdom, yes. Oh, I love that. I hadn't thought about it being a skull crystal, Lulu. Oh my goodness. Wait. Love the soul. Okay, love the soul behind her. I had read that. I hadn't thought about that being a crystal skull. Oh, Lulu. The colors also very Jupiter like. Oh, I love that in the sky. Lulu, I just got a bunch of skulls for my tiendecita. Oh, perhaps she is showing you she helped bring her husband and her brother-in-law back together. Did she? I need to share a painting I purchased years ago. Okay. In autumn colors. Esther and Lulu, I just found a bag of crystal skulls I never used or energy programmed. Interesting. Little mini ones. Just thinking I could bless and sell some. Absolutely. We have our crystal skulls that are Mexican ones that we're going to have a few available this year. And then we have a little something something to go with Persephone. You'll see it next week, next Thursday. So next Thursday at 8 p.m. ET. Tune in to see what I'm talking about. And meanwhile, I can tell you that I love you all. And thank you so much for joining me. My phone, I believe, is going to die at any minute, and I don't want it to die before I tell you that. Besitos. And thank you so much for loving my work, for being here and being excited about this new goddess that will be for the second second oracle deck, Persephone, that is now reunited with her mother Demeter. And I have to tell you that personally, I worked with Demeter. I think I've shared with you all before that I worked with Demeter for a long time, and I promised her that the first goddess that I would paint when I came back to the U.S. after being stuck in Chile was going to be Persephone. And I did. I started painting Persephone as soon as I got back, but actually I was painting Cora. But it was appropriate to me at that time in my life because my son and I had been reunited. And so, yeah, it made sense that it was Cora that I was working with at the time, that energy. But it was Persephone, it is Persephone that wants to work with us all as a collective forever and ever through, just through her image. I mean, even just not even just the deck, but even just through her image, just through meditating with her and communing with the energy that's come through. Oh, buenas noches. Oh, I love you. I have so much. I have so much more to share with you all about Persephone, and I will be doing so soon. And I have the mystery bags too that to tell you about. Oh, so many things. So just make sure to tune in Monday and Thursdays so I can, because there's just a lot of things happening that I want to keep you in the loop about. And let me go ahead and now that you've seen Persephone, I will show you the studio. I can't really see your messages because my phone is so out of batteries. These are our next release. These are, remember the black and white paintings? That's a whole collection. So Persephone hangs there. We're going to have to figure out what to do about these lights because the studio now we have good Wi-Fi in here now. We have, a Wi-Fi here. The space is good, so just keeping it tidy. So I feel good about walking in here. And we just need to get the lights so I can do this easier for you all. And like I said, tune in next week. And anytime, especially when I'm here on Thursdays too, if ever you want to see anything, my aim for Thursdays is to always share with you, teach you something, whether it's teaching you about a new goddess or teaching you about a particular, time that is celebrated. And then also, and I want to be able to do those here in the studio. And then also you can tell me, hey, can you show me, you can do a little bit of shopping too if you want on Thursdays. Just today, for some reason, I'm running out of a battery. But, thank you, True. And welcome. Welcome. For any other questions that you have, please feel free to email me. We should have all our Day of the Dead things activated on the website. Sergio is working hard to get all the altars up on the website so you can put those orders in before the holiday rush. And man, it's been forever, but those little cajitas, remember the cajitas? Those are going to be coming out soon too. And these are the cajitas, and I'm going to be doing